Good morning, students of class 9. You are welcome back to the classes now. We are doing economics and we are doing people as resource. That is, today's date is 5th of June 2021. Now today we'll talk about unemployment. So there are altogether 7 points. Now listen carefully and try to follow. Now what is called an unemployment? It is a situation, a condition where people are willing to work but they do not find any kind of work. So that is called unemployment. So number 2, there are 3 types of unemployment: seasonal unemployment, disguised unemployment, and educated unemployment. So that is the number 2. And number 3, seasonal. We'll talk about seasonal unemployment first. Seasonal unemployment happens when people are unable to find jobs during some months in a year. So in a year, some months people remain unemployed, especially in the agricultural sector. So they are unable to find jobs during some months in a year, such as agricultural laborers in the farms. In the rural areas, you will find seasonal unemployed people. So now we'll talk about, in the case of disguised unemployment. What do you mean by disguised unemployment? Take the example: when the work requires the service of 5 men, but 8 people are engaged in the work, especially in the field, in the farm. Suppose a farm requires the service of 5 people, but all the family members, 8 members, they work there. So that means the 3 people are extra. So number 5, the contribution made by these 3 extra people does not add anything in the production. It doesn't add anything in the production. Neither, if they are removed, the productivity will not decline. So that means these 3 people are said to be disguised unemployed. So this is the meaning of disguised unemployment, and this is especially found in the farm sector, especially in the agricultural sector. You will find this type of, because most of the families, they work in the farm, in the field, but their production will not increase if certain members of the family are removed. That is disguised unemployment. Let's talk about educated unemployment. In urban areas, in cities, towns, educated unemployment is very common. In cities and towns, educated people are found roaming about without any work, because it is very, very common in the urban areas. Many educated are not able to find jobs. So now let's talk about number 7. There is unemployment among the educated in the town areas, cities. In the cities, educated unemployment is there on one hand. On the other hand, while there is shortage of technical skill required for economic growth, you need trained people, educated and trained people. So that means the people are getting the education, but they are not trained to do certain kind of work. So that means the education system has to be changed. So people should be given technical assistance, technical training, so that they can do something and produce and add to the growth of economic development of our country. So that means there is a shortage of technical skills, training required for economic growth of the country. So that is the problem lies there. Not only education, but they lack training and skill. So in our next video, we'll talk about consequences or the result. As a result, what happens? So the unemployed people becomes the liability. It will drag the economic growth of our country. So we'll talk about a lot of things, its consequences and its result. As a result, what happens? So we'll talk about that in our next class. Thank you very much for your watching. We'll meet in the next class and continue the lesson. Thank you very much for watching.